Biological male and biological female bodies are different. And we see this in skeletal structure, in the endocrine system, in metabolism. We see this in how certain ailments present themselves in male bodies and female bodies. And we also see this in how different drugs are metabolized. For many years, medical research focused on men. The majority of studies just had male research subjects. And so pharmaceutical companies and doctors learned how to treat male bodies. And not that long ago, they discovered that female bodies are different than male bodies. And they metabolize drugs differently. In fact, some drugs have completely different effects on men and women. So there are these biological differences that are very important. And if we start saying that a trans woman is the same as a biological woman and that we have to consider her as such, what we're doing is we're going to impact medical research for women. Just recently, the FDA and other research organizations have said that researchers need to try hard to have equity within their research subjects, so that when a new drug is being tested out, there are an equal number of male and females in the research subjects, so that we learn what the side effects and impacts of the drugs are on both males and females. If we consider that a trans woman is a woman and allow that person to enroll in research subjects as a woman, that's going to skew data. This is just one of the many ways in which saying that a trans woman is the same as a biological female can have negative consequences for biological women. If biological men and their responses and reactions to medications start being recorded as if they are female, this is going to undermine the efforts to have women as research subjects and to identify how medications interact differently with biological males and biological females. In addition, if sociological data and other sources of data are recorded, and a biological male is being recorded as if they're a biological female, that's going to have an impact on the data that we have. It's going to skew information. It's not transphobic to suggest that a trans woman is not a biological woman. In fact, saying that a trans woman is a biological woman is actually somewhat misogynistic, and I don't like using terms like that, and I don't use them lightly. But by saying that a trans woman is the same as a biological woman, it has the potential to really harm women. And I've talked about it in other videos that there's a multitude of ways in which this can happen, but one of them is in medical research and in sociological data. If we start allowing trans people to change their identifiers, to change their legal sex, it's going to have huge complications for medical research. When someone goes in and signs up to be a research participant, generally speaking, the researchers do not ask if they're a trans person. In fact, doing so might be seen by the trans community as discriminatory, and yet the fact that somebody is biologically a different sex than they identify with is important for medical research, and it could actually invalidate results of research if trans people are subjects and claim to be the biological sex that they identify with, because physiologically they're not. So no matter how much somebody wants to be something other than what they are, they cannot be something other than what they are.